So you're welcome back. We are addressing ourselves to Marie Oben. I call her Auntie Marie. That's how many of us call her, because she is beyond just a mother to us. And we're happy to have her. She's just said her experience, how she started radio. But it doesn't sound as, I'm too sure it's not been a very smooth road, because you've done too many, we've had so many innovations. The program has grown. We've had you go to hospitals, talk to people on the streets, and you've done this with lots of dedication. I mean, I don't know your driving force.
Derek, to begin with, is a passion. I like it. You must first of all like what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you don't like what you're doing, okay, imagine that CRTV has never subsidized the program. It may surprise you to know that I pay my transport wherever I go. When I used to use a recorder that used batteries, I buy my batteries. I go to any hospital. I've been to Ngi. I've been to everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
Even when I go to the Southwest, I do my programs there. When I get to any town, the first thing that comes is, where's the hospital? I go to, because when I meet those women, it makes me happy. Imagine that you are meeting a woman for the first time, and when I start talking to her, she opens up and she tells me her life story. Isn't that great? So it makes me happy and fulfilled.
Yeah.
And if I had to look at the intrinsic values, I would not be doing the program, because CRTV has never subsidized.
Yeah.
A lot of people keep asking me, oh, you're growing older. Have you trained young people who will replace you? I said, no, the young people have to, first of all, show the interest. Because when they hear me on air, you start thinking of money, how much money she's making. There are lots of people, when they see me well dressed, they say, you have 2 salaries, Campus pays you, you're working in 2 parastatals, CRTV. And I tell them that, no. It's Campus that puts food on my table. CRTV is gratis. It's what I like. They don't believe me. They don't believe me. So the younger people who would like to take over the baton of command, they should first of all like what they are doing. There are days, Derek, that I have just 1,000 francs to my name. I start thinking, I have to go to the radio, and I have to go.
Yeah.
I have 1,000. I have children who look up to me. How am I going to manage this 1,000? But I must go. I go to the radio, because that's it's an integral part of me. And when I go to the radio and come back, I feel different. So I go to the radio. And God always has a way of doing things. I have my, I don't know how I can call them, my fans.
Yes.
I have my fans. At times, by the time I'm done anchoring my program, I get Momo alerts. This one has sent 5,000.
Wow.
Mother of all children, that's for your taxi, 10,000. That's how I live. There are people who support me. A lot of people support me. Just the respect. You may be surprised. I don't queue up. When I get, oh, mother of all children, sit down, sit down. For me, that is more than hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
I remember when I was struggling to get my land certificate.
So they actually call you mother of all children?
Mother of all children.
Yes.
That's my name on the program.
Fantastic.
When I was trying to get my land certificate, the day my land certificate was signed, I received a call. They said, mother of all children, come to the land's office, your land certificate is ready. My colleague said, Auntie Marie, just like that. So that's what I have that other people don't have. There's some people, when I get somewhere, they speak, they say this voice. Then you see somebody, they massage my body. I met you today. So this is you. So
I didn't have the courage to do that. I would have done so.
So that's it. That's where I get my inspiration.
Yes.
That's where I get the push to continue with the program.
Now, when you look elsewhere out of that particular program, do you think our radio is doing well when it comes to thematic or quality radio productions, like what you've sacrificed many years doing?
Derek, like you already said, sacrifice. You must sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice, all will be lost. And you should be ready to put in your best. I mean your best. Some people think that when you go to the radio, it's for you to start lisping. You know, you change the way you talk.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. When you cook food and people cannot eat the food, it's worthless. When you're talking to your audience and you can't send the message through because you're either talking through your nostrils or you're talking in between your teeth, it's worthless. Be simple. Let your diction be such that any person listening to you understands what you're about to say. That's one of the things. And then the younger people only look at money. They don't put their time. You have to read.
Yeah.
If you want to speak good English, you have to read. Talk to people. Okay, you use this word. What does it mean? You go back to your house, pick up your dictionary, look up the word. You see how you can use it. That's how I learn. That's how I learn. But when you just sit there, you say, I'm already a journalist.
Yeah.
You have a lot. You hear people saying that you is you. It's supposed to be you are. You know, there are those nitty-gritties.
Yes.
Me, for instance, I don't know, but I don't patronize bad English. Candidly speaking, when you don't speak well, no.
Wow. Okay. That's a way to go. When you told me about, you know, those who accompanied you on the way, I must confess to you that my chief videographer here is one person who says he can put in everything for you for nothing because you're one person who knows what respect means. What do you feel about this?
Oh, I thank him. Abdul and I have worked for a long time. I saw Abdul as a young boy. Now Abdul is a man. He has a family. I'm so proud of him. Abdul is respectful. Abdul is tenacious when it comes to his work. Abdul has what it takes. You know, the savoir-faire.
Yeah.
Yes. When he's doing something, he puts in his entire person to see to it that he knows editing. When he told me, he said, Auntie Marie, I want to go to Dubai and perfect on my editing. I said, go. When he came back, I'm so proud. You know, we always, he always tells me this is what I want to do. And I'm proud of him. I'm very proud of Abdul. Yes. And I know that Abdul can give his life for me.
Of course.
And vice versa.
Of course. Let me quickly play a feed from here and you hear what my guest edition, that was episode 04. Episode 04. Why my guest said about you. Just listen to this.
Growing up as a child, I used to love working with my hands. I remember that I could knit a very beautiful hat with wool and I wore it, you know. I used to, take dolls and make dresses and put on their body. And so I just realized that from there, my field was going to be fashion designing. Then I so happened to have grown up with a very smart woman who also saw that in me, Miss Marie Oben, and she said, okay, she needs to go do fashion designing.
Okay.
Because at first she used to say, no, maybe I should send you to my friend to do hairdressing. But when she saw what I was capable of doing with my hands, she said, no, you need to go do the fashion designing. And so that's how I now perfected the skills.
Do you recognize her?
If I cry, these are tears of joy.
Yeah.
This girl, Florence. Florence was brought to me by her late elder brother. I just fell in love with that young boy. When I close from work, he follows me to the house. He does my plates. Then I ask, I say, you're a boy. You're so hardworking. Don't you have a sister? I said, no, I have my sister. After class 7, there's nobody to send her to school, so she's in the village. What does it take to bring her? He told me, I gave him money, he brought Flo to me. When Flo came, I noticed that she was sharp, although she came from the village with the accent. And I told her, I said, Flo, that's my bookshelf. There are novels. That's a dictionary. I want you to start reading. Read as much as you can. If you come across any difficult word, when I come back, I'll help you out. That's how she started. Then I discovered that she had a free hand in fashion designing. I wanted her to do hairdresser. And I told her, I said, no, if you're a hairdresser, you'll be limited. But a seamstress, anywhere you find yourself, you have somebody who will need something to patch.
Yeah.
That will help you. So I sent her to Flashman. He was one of the most expensive and the best fashion designers in town. My landlady was angry with me, said, oh, you want to help a child, send her to the back market. I said, no, when you want to give somebody something, give the person a good thing. Yeah. That's how Flo went to Flashman. 2 weeks after, she picked pieces of materials in the workshop, made a skirt for herself. I used to call that skirt Chercher le mot. All my friends loved it. When she made me the first skirt, I took it to a party. All my friends, magistrates, everybody, they came to Flo. Wow. That's how Flo started. She finished. I set up. After Flashman, I sent her to another person where she learned to make suits. So for men. So I established her. That's how she started. She started going to evening school. She had her O-level. She had advanced level. She went to ENS as private candidate. The year after, she had her license. She passed the ENS now as government candidate. Flo is category A2. I did not retire in category A2. And she is a PhD student. I thank God. So that's why I had those tears are tears of joy. Even if I'm not her biological mother, the mother tells her, said, that's your mother. I only carried you in my womb. That woman is your mother. And Flo cannot talk without making allusion to me. Wow. So I wish her God's guidance. I wish her good luck in everything she does.
Wow. We still have Marie Oben, the mother, the teacher, the journalist, the broadcaster, the producer. What else do you want me to say? The MC too. You will know that very soon. Is this the only child you've had to bring up?
I think the name mother of all children was given by God, because God sees the heart. We only see the face. I cannot count. I cannot even name how many children who have used my house as a springboard. Yeah. You have medical doctors, you have pharmacists, you have journalists, you have magistrates, and I thank God. And most of them are not even related to me. Yeah. So I thank God that He gave me a heart. That heart that gives. Yes, I always like to share.
Flo describes you as a smart woman. Do you think to be able to participate effectively in child upbringing as a mother, you must be smart?
When it comes to child upbringing, Derek, I'll tell you that nobody has a magic wand to that. It's luck. It's God's doing. You see a family that is prayerful, honest, hardworking, they'll give birth to a child that is wayward. Yeah. Can you give an account of that? So it's God. So nobody can say, because I did this, that's why my child is this way. For that, I'll tell you, no, it's God. Okay. Yes, God. I've seen women who drink, they get drunk, their children fend for themselves. Those children, 11 papers at the O levels. They've never bought a textbook for their children, but those children are. Then you see another child who has everything, and the child falls by the roadside. Yeah. How do you describe that? Yeah. So I think all of that is God's doing.
Of course, but we need to consult Him in a particular way. So
right.
What is the role of the mother in the life of child?
Yeah,
maybe your parents.
You only do yours and leave the rest to God. Because if you have a child who is hard of hearing, yeah, there's nothing you can do. You only make yourself sick. But don't relent. Keep talking. Keep correcting. Someday, if the child realizes that what you were telling him was good, he may listen and follow, and maybe. But you see, the joy of every parent is for the children to be president. Why not? Mm-hmm. But when you have a child who takes to Indian hymn, drunkenness, there's nothing you can do. You just sit there and lick your wounds. There's nothing you can do. You pray and ask God to transform the child. Yeah. That's all you can. You cannot kill yourself. No, you cannot kill yourself.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how else to put it, but Auntie Marie is very resourceful to all of us here and to you out there, I think. Let's conclude on that subject. Now, if you needed to first, two phases. The first one, to encourage media professionals who would like to have programs successful that require patience like you have in producing your content. What advice you want to give them? And I'm interested as well. This is Flo here, an example, clear example from practically nowhere through you with, like you say, with God's help, she's almost everywhere now, if I may use that description. What will you be telling our girls? If you look at the streets of Bamenda today, you live in an environment where you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Our girls are seemingly almost having a very difficult time surviving right now. What will you be telling first media professionals as they do their work, and ladies as they struggle to find a way out despite the challenges they face?
To the media practitioners, there's no magic. Hard work pays off. Don't be proud. Don't think that you already know. When you consult a friend, I remember there are senior journalists. When I am at the radio house, the radio come and ask me, read this, is it correct? That somebody wants to learn. I remember there was a time my station manager, Mr. Neil Moses, he wrote a speech. He said, Marie, I want you to listen to this. I said, what do I know? So when you already know that you cannot know everything, it's good. But when you think that you are all-knowing, you will fail. So to the media practitioners, read, research, don't be too tall to ask for advice, and be tenacious, how would I put it again? Maybe you borrow me. Yes, I don't know how to put it. You just have to, don't look at money.
Yeah.
Money does not do all. Do your work. They say a good thing doesn't hide.
Yeah.
When you do your work, people will appreciate you. The appreciation may not only be money. When you get somewhere, they say, I listened to you.
Yeah.
I listened to you. So work hard. Burn the midnight oil. Don't stop reading. Don't listen to other journalists.
Yeah.
You can learn from the way they talk, the way they color their voice.
Yeah.
Yes, because the voice is very important.
Yeah.
If you have that kind of a funny voice, people will not listen to you. So you try to mold your voice, your diction, and they should work hard. They should work hard. When you choose that as a profession, they say, leave your footprints on the sands of time, so that when people can say, they used to be this journalist.
Yeah.
Yes, so be that journalist. Then to the young girls, they say when you're crying, keep moving, don't stand still. There are lots of things that girls can do. I remember I have my niece who lived with me, which was in Form 3. Before Form 3, every third term holidays, I sent her to Alliance Française to learn French. Then at the second thought, I said, but she is being taught French at school. Let me get her something that can bring her income. Yeah. I sent her to do manicure and pedicure from 3. When she was done, I said, do you know why I sent you to do this? She said, no. I said, I don't want you to think that you must go out with a man before you get money. Yeah. This, when you're going to school, put your cotton, your dissolvent, your nail polish in your bag, your file. There's somebody who wants to do her nails. Pap, pap, pap. You have your 500 francs. It's your money. 1,000 is your money. So the girls should not think that their wealth should come only from men. No man respects a woman who doesn't have her own thing. Yeah. When you have your own, then a man asks, he respects you. But when you have to ask, I want this, he will cheat you someday. You will feel that without him, which is true, you cannot live. Yeah. I have sold secondhand underwears. You're surprised. When Dreamland set up its restaurant, I'm not doing publicity. The first eru that was eaten in Dreamland was cooked by me. I patched groundnut and supplied there. I fried chin-chin and sold. I baked cakes and carried. There's a big man in this town who saw me say, you are moving with cakes? A lady like you should not move with cakes. So these cakes, how much do they cost? I told him, pigs, I don't want to, I said, I will bake. I will bake. Yes, and I kept baking. And now, I sell jewelries.
Wow.
Yes, I have never stayed like that. I sold perfumes. I was into FM perfumes, just to bring an additional something to the house. So girls should not sit and fold their hands. With 500 francs, you can start something.
Yeah.
Now we have paper, we have okra, we have garden eggs. With 500 francs, you start, you buy and retail. By the close of the day, you have 200 francs that has added to. You will not have 500, you have 700.
Right.
You keep the 200. You start from there. Don't wait and say, I need 10,000 francs or 1 million to start up a business. Start from the little things, the bigger ones will go. So they should not think that man first, no. A real woman, when I talk like this, they'll think that, oh, she's proud. No. I've never depended on a man. I have never depended on a man, no.
Now, let us conclude the other side of the professional Auntie Marie to indicate. I mean, if you've been reading my online platforms, I have written extensively on, I wrote sometime about her as a top-notch MC in this town. It was no joke. I meant every letter I used in every word in sentences in that particular article. Auntie Marie, I must say, your work is appreciated in so many levels as an event host, like an MC. That is also another part. You bring so much joy to events. When did you start doing this?
Derek, this is God-given. God-given because I started a long, long time ago when my friends had little occasions. I'll just come there. Oh, they said the American girl is top. You know, that's how it started. Just like that. Then it gathered steam, little by little. Then I was doing it for free.
Yeah.
From October to March, when marriages occasions are celebrated, everybody wanted Marie, from Bachelor's Eve,
Yeah.
birthday parties. One person called me, grandstand here on 1st of May, that's Labor Day, Women's Day. I was always there to run the commentaries. Lord person will say, Sister Marie, what you are doing, God will be angry with you. God has given you a gift. You have to tap from this gift. Put a price tag to what you're doing. He said, look at me. From my work, I've built houses. I live on that, but you are doing it for free. God will. I said, no, this was given to me by God. He said, God will be, and God has given it to you for a purpose. You eat from there.
Yeah.
I was reluctant. The first money I asked for to do an occasion was 10,000 francs. And they ended up not giving me the money even. 10,000 francs. I left from here, went to Kumbu, did an occasion. Up to today, I've not even sent the money. The person through whom the money was sent never gave me. I didn't bother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just happy when I have my microphone. I mesmerized people. Okay, that was it. I don't drink.
Yeah.
I don't eat. Yes. So what's mine? So I came up with a pro forma invoice where I listed the occasions and their prices. And that has not lasted for long because of the crisis.
Yeah.
Occasions don't take place anymore. But people who know me, they book me from America, from England, say, you are the one to do my occasion. I live from here, I do occasions in Hilton,
Yeah.
and Yaoundé, the Red Cross Hall. I go to Buya, that's my place, the South. They don't know me. It's in Bamenda that people know me.
Yeah.
When I talk, they say, who is she? I just say, follow me to Bamenda. And people who are from Bamenda, like recently, a child who lived with me, he's in the US, he was getting married. His mother happened to be my friend. So I had to attend the wedding. When I got there, I was going to enjoy my son's wedding.
Of
They
course.
said, oh no, you will talk the tribal, the bridal trail in, you will do this. I said, no, let me sit. I said, no. I said, okay. So I took the microphone, I talked them in. They said, no, you have to introduce the MCs. I introduced the MCs. They made me vice chairperson. At the table, they said, no, you have to conduct the cutting. I said, me again. I did the cutting of the cake. So when people said, no, take the microphone, send those MCs away. I said, no, I cannot be MC at this occasion. It's my son who's getting married. So I just I want to thank God. I thank God. Because I hold a BSc in management, not in journalism.
Yeah.
And Derek, the magic in it is that before I go to an occasion, I collect my data. all the information that I need. If you don't give me, I'm not coming. Give me the information so that I don't get there 2 minutes, you stop, you're going to, no. I have everything listed up. Fantastic. So when I start, most often they go to church, they take so long, but when they come, I say, audience, don't be worried. I run my occasion like that. It's, oh, Marie, that's the secret. When you collect your data, it will be easier for you to run an occasion smoothly. Yeah. Then I had some guy I was grooming. I told him, I said, when you're an MC, you don't eat, you don't have, you can be called up at any time to make an announcement. You have food in your mouth, it will not all go well. You don't drink. He said, hey, Auntie Marie, I said, you will not eat. When you are with me, you will not eat. No, he found it difficult, but he started adapting. But I'll tell you that from my MCing, I was able to do a lot in my house. With the money I got from the MC. I did 2 weddings, I had 400,000. I put lambré in my house, I put doors, I put the glass door, I put my, yes, so at least it helps me. It has helped me. I thank God.
For those of you who intend to be MCs, I'm sure you're getting the secret here. It's very easy, you know. She says it so, but let me tell you that she has a very strong sense of humor. She's not a comedian, but she has a very strong sense of humor when it comes to event coordination as an MC. We're going to be taking another quick break now.